Teaching responsible conduct of research is notoriously difficult, in part because ethical research behavior is driven by both cognitive and socio-affective learning outcomes. Cognitive learning outcomes can include conceptual knowledge about what should I do, or skills about how should I do it. Socio-affective learning outcomes involve values and attitudes that inform why should I care. Existing RCR training has demonstrated efficacy for teaching cognitive learning outcomes. However, RCR experts advise that much more emphasis should be placed on helping students develop strong positive attitudes about the importance of RCR training and ethical research behavior. Classroom-based RCR training typically utilizes a variety of passive and active learning activities to address each of these learning outcomes, which most often includes lectures, case study discussion, or live-action role-play. Live-action role-play has emerged as one of the most promising discussion methods for improving comprehension and execution of ethical behavior. Unfortunately, live-action role-play activities are relatively resource-intensive and therefore not a particularly convenient training method. In the face of limited resources, institutions also rely heavily upon web-based RCR training, which involves self-administered reading exercises and multiple-choice quizzes. However, RCR experts have expressed concern over the efficacy of current web-based training tools for teaching RCR learning outcomes. Much work has shown that single-player role-playing video games can improve students' attitudes about various ethical topics. For these reasons, we developed Academical, an online choice-based interactive narrative role-playing game for teaching RCR. In this game, players are challenged to navigate a variety of realistic ethical dilemmas common to research. Each story is specifically designed to allow the player to explore a variety of good and bad endings from multiple characters' perspectives. The stories generally emphasize how power dynamics and marginalized identities can complicate the execution of ethical research practices. In a prior study, we showed that Academical was more engaging than traditional web-based RCR training and generally better at teaching conceptual knowledge and moral reasoning skills. For this late-breaking work, we conducted a quasi-experimental correlational study to determine if Academical is also effective at improving undergraduate students' attitudes about RCR training. Additionally, since engagement is well known to predict academic performance, we expected that participants' post-game attitudes would be correlated with their feelings of engagement with the game. We found that participants on average significantly increased their agreement with each of the 6 items on the RCR attitude survey after playing a single short session of Academical. These results demonstrate the potential for Academical to help students develop more positive attitudes about the importance of RCR training. We then compared the participants' pre- and post-game overall attitude scores with their game engagement scores. Supporting our prediction, we found that engagement was moderately correlated with post-game attitude scores. These results indicate that participants' RCR attitudes changed to more closely align with their feelings of engagement with the game. This study provides initial evidence supporting the efficacy for Academical to improve students' attitudes about RCR training. Combined with our previous work showing Academical's advantages over traditional web-based RCR training for teaching cognitive learning outcomes, this study's results show that Academical is capable of improving both cognitive and socio-affective learning outcomes simultaneously. For context, this is an achievement that has not yet been empirically demonstrated for traditional web-based RCR training tools. This work contributes to the breadth of evidence supporting the efficacy of interactive, choice-based narrative games for training ethics. Altogether, we conclude that Academical is a promising online training tool for supplementing RCR education.